Everyone, we're going to try this one more time. We're going to take on the Axmen versus Black Order. We're going to be challenging the arena meta in a series of videos here. We're going to go through exactly why this works and why it doesn't. Remember, there's going to be some timing issues. One of the things you're going to find is who gets targeted by Thanos, who gets targeted by Corvus are actually going to change and impact this fight the most. Realistically, I'll say the biggest problem we're going to find is just being able to clear some of the debuffs. The offense down is actually very, very powerful. And I will say that from a perspective of timing, it is important to understand that you're going to need, for once he has this here with the counters here, you're going to need to use Iceman to cleanse those. And because we had somebody drop half health, we actually were able to get the defense up relatively early. Now the offense up should land pretty quickly here. Kitty is going to take a little bit, but she also has the chance to evade. So there's another way to make it work. So basically, you can see how much she's just being able to work inside of that. There's a couple different options. Again, you're gonna have to look what happens with Beast. You do not want to use Beast special early. This Beast special early will likely get you killed. Now, right here, you're going to be looking to see who has the assist. It looks like it's Kitty Pryde again. And that's unfortunate because Kitty's the only one I have set that isn't giving me a additional attack here. But the most important attack is going to be trying to rewind and control Thanos, because you're going to get some extra time from the team by getting the slow out and be able to rewind him a little bit and get some assists here. Now, with the offense up on our squad here, and now there's no counters for him to go directly into the team, we're going to start putting some damage in. Now we've got a fully offensed up Bishop here, and that slow is going to put us right in the position where we're going to be able to take some put some damage out pretty quickly. All right, so now we got the half health here. Biggest thing you want to do is you're going to need to get offense up. His next action here is going to be his ult, and with the defense up here, now if we can score the kill, so we're going to try to survive this ult. All right, and that's going to be where we start changing the impact of the round. Surviving the ult is the big key. Once you survive the ult, the Black Order's relatively run out of steam here. They're still the most dangerous team on the field right now. And so you're going to have to pick your targets relatively carefully, because Cole can be relatively annoying. But once you start securing the kills with Bishop, you're going to have the ability to start countering the team. You're going to be able to blind the targets based on who has their stuns. Remember, Beast's basic will actually flip abilities. We're going to just heal them back up here. Again, taking damage on the team right now because we got some of their heavy hitters off the board is going to be relatively important. And so it's like I said, it's more surgical than some of the other counters that are out there, because the biggest problem you're going to have is just the perspective of making sure you understand what's happening and why. So we can still rewind time over here just because we want to get the extra turn meter, and then we're going to be able to start. Let's see if that stun goes off. I actually do have him at Skirmisher level 5. It doesn't, so that's a 7 red star. That's important to know here, and down the road, something we're really identifying. So really quickly, going to get the slow back on there. Thanos is gone. Again, we took on a 7 red Thanos because I think that is probably one of the largest characters that we see in the arena. A lot of people invested their 7 reds on Thanos. It is possible. Remember, the biggest keys to this fight are, number 1, using Iceman to clear counters from the opponent. Ideally, you want to have defense up from the ult from Beast. Next piece of this puzzle is trying to blind key targets if you have Jubilee as set as the assist, or if she's the main target. Remember, it's only a 70% chance outside of raids. That is another thing to be taken consideration, and that is if you have the basic. If you can have Kitty Pryde do her ult when she has evade and the enemy has counter, or her special, you'll have the option to do either. you'll actually have the best chance to keep the team alive and win. But again, it's all about the size of the units. Remember, because of the fact that certain characters will drop low, you'll see that it's definitely a big issue. Remember, Beast over here is going to be the centerpiece for your team before you even want to consider this. If you do not have a G15 Beast, if you guys didn't build him up, I would probably warn you that this may not be the best option for the team. Beast is actually the reason why this team works in the arena. Without Beast, you're actually gonna I wouldn't even consider this. I mean, realistically, Beast is part of the 3-piece combo. The fact that he gets sped up from Jubilee is the reason why this works. Basically, you're able to counter that heavy early damage from the Black Order and speed it up. Same reason why Night Nurse works and brings her team at high levels against Black Order. So again, you'll see I tried Skirmisher. You guys will see that the 12 just didn't have enough focus to land it on a large Thanos. So we were testing that because we wanted to see if we can get away with this without bringing him to higher gear score at G14. I think he'll land it at a high percentage. He's finally at the point where I think it'll happen enough to use it on command. And then the idea is you got to be careful because Bishop's Retaliation Laser, this is an important key feature. I'm not sure if you guys understand this, but when you have Jubilee, this gives the team offense up. But if you're using this, you want to be very aware of the fact that Thanos is just going to flip you off and flip it back into offense down. So you're going to take one of your early counter mechanics. Basically, if you're looking for normalized damage against a target, you will want to use it, but it's going to be if you can smash one of their squishies on Black Order quickly, you're going to do that early. Otherwise, I recommend probably using it after the flip, and then hopefully you'll be able to get the ult up right before. Remember, you've got 3 turns, okay? Whenever you're facing Black Order, Thanos takes 3 turns. At turn 0, which opens up on every team with very few exceptions, will go before when Thanos does his basic. So he does basic, special, basic, ult. You have to keep track of that. If you aren't keeping track of that, you're beating Black Order by accident. So remember that, okay? He does those abilities. Now, he also can get sped up. If you take a character to half health, he'll get speed bar. So he can start taking those teams up. If you start doing massive damage with the Black Order, which I tried early on, was just like, all right, let's ult everyone. And then, Thanos just annihilated my team. So this is a very, very surgical team. There are going to be some responsive actions. You're going to be looking for things like evade on Kitty so she can avoid all the counters. You'll be looking for things specifically like timing of Iceman with his ult to eat all those counters so that you can actually, and ideally you'll have defense up from Beast so you can do that. It's not a static fight. Every single time you face the Black Order, there's going to be different size characters, and you're going to be using characters that are different power levels. This is it. But yes, they do challenge the meta. So this is another thing going for the Axmen. Axmen are a premier raid team. They are a premier war team, beating Dr. Doom, Marauders, and others. And now they're challenging the arena meta. Sound familiar? Yeah, this is how we felt about symbiotes. We'll move on from that there. So again, I think we're locking this in. Again, G15s, you're going to see that's the arena. Do not challenge. Your arena needs to be challenging of things of relative size. They literally have to be near the same size, and that's the big difference. So if you have a bishop at 7 red star, you're going to be able to challenge a team with multiple 7 red stars. If you got a Jubilee at 5 red stars, same thing. You're going to be able to challenge it with multiple 5s. If you're well underpowered, remember, I don't have G14s on these characters. If I did, I think it would be a lot smoother fight, but it would be a lot closer in power level. So we're going to be doing another video down the road here. We're going to talk about the arena meta. Just as a sneak preview, I have brought a lot of characters to G15. And so I've got a lot of feedback for you guys on what the arena meta looks like, what it doesn't look like, what it feels like it could be, and we'll go from there. But love you guys much. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll check you soon.